I won 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. My girlfriend is very upset that I'm taking my brother and not her. I, 25M, won 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. My girlfriend, 25F, is very upset that I'm taking my brother, 31M, and not her. A couple days ago I won a trivia contest that gave me an all-expense-paid trip for 2 to the Super Bowl. As you could imagine, I was so excited, but it's gotten to the point where I wish there was a way I could sell the package and forget about it. My brother and I were together and decided to try for tickets from this local contest. I was the official contestant, but I actually ended up getting the answer I needed from my brother. From that point, I never even thought about who to take. Since it was something we both did and he ended up actually giving me the answer, of course he was gonna go. I excitedly told my girlfriend, who didn't even know I was trying, that I won tickets and I was going with my brother. She then got very upset that I am not taking her. For the record, she is a football fan, so it's clear she would love to go. But my brother gave me the answer. How could he not go? My brother said he would understand if I take her and sees the problem that this is causing for me, and offered his ticket to her. I didn't even tell her that he made this offer because I don't think that's the point. I think she's being selfish and putting a damper on the entire experience. I told her all this, but she is not backing down and said that if you win a trip for 2, it should automatically go to your significant other. Maybe that's true if it were on romantic getaway or cruise, but this is something my brother and I did together and he's the reason I won. I think she is being selfish and she thinks I am being inconsiderate of her. I don't know who is right or what to do. I wish I never won these tickets because no matter what happens, the entire experience has been marred. I thought of giving the tickets to my brother and his wife and just forgetting about the whole thing, but because I won the tickets under my name, it has to be me. How should I handle this? TL. DRI won Super Bowl tickets because of my brother. When I told my girlfriend we were going, she was furious I was taking him and not her. What should I do? Relevant comments. User Pretty Dirt Murder commented, "You didn't win the tickets, you and your brother won the tickets. The other ticket is his, not yours to do with. Tell her that." OP replied, "I wish I had said this when I told her, but I didn't think it would be an issue. I don't think I could reframe it at this point without her seeing through it. She already knows the story." User Pretty Dirt Murder commented, "What's there to see through? Give her the play-by-play. This was pertinent information from the beginning. Being thorough means she gets all the information and gets to a well-informed analysis of the situation. Knowledge is power." OP replied, "She knew from the start my brother gave me the answer. She knows we did it together. She knows I already invited my brother. She also knows that the tickets are under my name and that I could theoretically choose someone else, which is the window she needed to make a fuss about how it should be her. I don't think I could reason with someone who said, if your brother wanted to go, he should have won them himself." Update. Thanks everyone for the advice. It was very helpful. This was a very stressful and long few days. I'm just glad there seems to be a resolution. I had tried talking to my girlfriend and she was still clearly upset. I approached the conversation as many people said, keeping an understanding that she was more disappointed than controlling and would come around. Unfortunately, she was being unreasonable. She said, I could go, but that doing so would hurt her a great deal and that she would need some time to reevaluate things. I should have just ended things with her there, but I was so sick of these tickets by this point that I didn't even have the heart to go, even if I did decide to end things with her. As suggested by some of the comments here, I called up the radio station and asked if it was at all possible to transfer the tickets to my brother so he could go with his wife. They were totally understanding and awesome about it and said they were sorry I couldn't go, but they were glad to put the tickets in my brother's name for me. I was just glad to have it behind me at that point. I told my girlfriend what I did and that I was staying here, and she said that I was being dramatic and immature. She said that I transferred the tickets to my brother just so I could win the argument and look like a martyr. It was at this point I reached my breaking point. I calmly told her this relationship was over. I wasn't even mad at this point, just confused that a person I thought I knew would act this way. She said she was going to break up with me because of the way I handled this anyway, so breaking up with her didn't matter. My brother immediately told me I dodged a bullet and glad that she was out of everyone's lives. My brother's wife was totally cool about me using her ticket and didn't even question it, even after I'm technically taking back my gift to her. They insisted that I go with my brother and it was their idea. So now I'm the guest of my original tickets that I won. Happy to say I arrived in SFA a few days ago and I'm having the time of my life. My girlfriend didn't unfollow me on social media and I'm posting as many pictures as I possibly can. Thanks everyone. TL. DR. Transferred tickets to my brother. Girlfriend was still petulant and we broke up. Got to go on the trip with my brother anyway. Story number 2. How do I, 26M, get my girlfriend, 25F, to admit that she is pregnant? TLDR. My girlfriend is pregnant but refuses to acknowledge it and keeps denying it. New account because I've had my main Reddit for years and don't want it to be tainted by this go-doffel situation. I don't know what to do and nobody in my life has been able to help me. I'm lost. I can't write out everything that I've done to try and resolve this because of the character limit, but I'll try and answer stuff in the replies. I've been with my girlfriend, Hannah, for 6 years and she's absolutely everything to me. There's nothing I don't love about her, she's just amazing. She's helped me through the hardest times in my life so far and I know I can say I've done the same for her. I also need to stress that she is a very intelligent, down-to-earth woman with no history of mental illness, to my knowledge, so it isn't possible that she just doesn't know she's pregnant and I have no clue why she's denying it. At this point I'm convinced that something is very wrong with her, but I don't know where to turn now. I had suspicions in August, September last year when she was throwing up a lot. I'm a nurse so I work long hours and usually at night, so when I'm at home she's asleep or at work, but sometimes I would get home and go to bed as she was getting up for work and she would be sick 2 to 3 times before she left. I was concerned obviously and my first thought was either pregnancy or an eating disorder, but she told me it was her eating the wrong things because of stress and triggering her IBS, GERD. I have IBS too and this is a common thing for me, so I believed her. She was also fatigued and laying around the house during the day when I was home, but she works a hard job too and I understood, so it didn't faze me. I got worried when her body started to change. At first I thought it was just weight gain, which I didn't bring up because I honestly don't care. She's beautiful. I couldn't give a shit what her body looks like. I noticed when she was naked or wearing tighter clothing that her belly was starting to poke out more. I didn't say anything because I don't want to even imply that I thought negatively of her weight, and as an eating disorder sufferer I know that telling someone you're concerned can only push them deeper into it. After a few weeks I made up something about her nausea and asked again if she might be pregnant, and she said she absolutely wasn't because of her birth control implant. She refused to take a test to reassure either of us and didn't talk to me for a couple of days, so like an idiot I just let it go. The bit that really concerned me was a month or so ago, I think. We were cuddling really tight in bed. We always do this when we're actually in bed at the same time because we miss each other, and Hannah was asleep but I wasn't yet and felt her stomach move against me. After it happened a couple of times I leaned away from her and couldn't see anything, so I rested my hand on it and felt something moving around inside her belly. I almost started crying and just woke her up and word vomited something like, "Hannah, I know you're pregnant. You look pregnant and I just felt something move inside you. Please go to the doctor tomorrow or at least take a test so I'm not going crazy." IDK how to explain it, but she just looked at me. Then she said, "It's nice to know that you think I'm fat," and told me I was just tired and to stop bringing it up or she'd have to rethink our relationship. I was fucking baffled and she didn't talk to me for 2 days again, and then it was like the conversation never happened. I feel like I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. Hannah is so visibly pregnant, you can literally see her belly moving if you're looking for it, but she keeps saying she isn't. I can't just leave her because something is so wrong with her right now that she clearly needs my support even if she won't acknowledge it. I don't know what to do to get her to talk to me. I can't force her to see a doctor or take a test, and there's nobody I can call other than having her committed, and I don't know what will happen to her if that happens. I just want her to tell me so we can do this together because I want to be a dad more than anything. Either she's pregnant and hiding it for some weird reason or I've lost the plot. I feel like I'm going insane and I love her so much and just want her to be okay again.